Very good morning, guys. Welcome to Jazz TV Show. I hope you're well. I just wanted to touch base and have a quick message shared with yourself. I suppose a couple of things that are currently happening in the marketplace. So that is something that I thought it's paramount to make a video. I feel videos and interaction with all our community and our clientele is a lot more easier when I make these videos as well. Emails and texts are absolutely great, but again at the same time, I kind of feel that I'm talking to you. I'm in front of you. I'm listening to you. I'm trying to add value to your journey. My belief system is all about adding value and adding more information to your life so you can make some decisions which are right for you. And same happens to myself as well. If I'm a consumer out there, I always look for value and I cherish and I welcome and I thank people who add value to my life. So let's start. With regards to the current rental market at the moment, as we have seen that the rental market has slightly softened, I wouldn't say it's gone backwards, but it has obviously become a slightly competitive where some of the properties have got the days on market a little longer. Now, remember one thing, and it has happened recently where we had some challenging discussions with some of our clients where we know and we understand where the problem is, and sometimes accepting that could potentially be a challenge for some people. So, what I would recommend everyone, when you are renting a property, always do an analysis after every tenancy. It gives you a great example or a time to sort of spruce up and quickly maintain your property. Remember, it's your own asset, and adding value and investing into your asset will certainly help you in at least sort of bringing it back to the same normality, or perhaps bringing it to a certain standard, or perhaps adding few bits and pieces along the lines may help you to keep adding capital or value in your property itself. Remember one thing, one day you will offload that asset, and if you were to spend 20, $30,000 at the time of putting it on the market, it sometimes could be challenging and the cash flow issue might be there as well. So it's always amazing to sort of spend that sort of money throughout the tenancies when the changeover is happening. One renter is leaving and the other's moving in. During that time, just go over or speak to your property manager and get some reports and add value. After a few tenancies, let's say you bought a property or your home is about say 6 to 7, 10 years old, and there's been two tenancies. Let's say each tenancy has gone for 1 year, and the next tenancy was for 2 years. Now your property is about 13, 14 years old, let's say, and you're about to go on the market again, and your property is looking a bit tired or dated. You would be competing with the properties in the marketplace which may be well presented, and you might look at the recent comparable analysis reports or perhaps see what's recently advertised in the market, and you might expect the same money, which is fair, and it's great to ask market rent. I'm all about getting premium rents and premium prices for our clients, no two ways about it. However, when people are comparing your home with others, you might not be on the top of their list, which means your vacancy rate is going up. So sometimes you will cost yourself a lot more than having to sit back and look at the property and say, okay, do I need to paint the walls? Do I maybe need to freshen up the gardens? You don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars in spending money on the gardens. It might just be a tidy up and clean up, maybe remulching the gardens, maybe adding up some rocks if it's a low maintenance garden for the rental property. Or you might look at, okay, does any appliance need to be changed? Or perhaps you look at maybe your heating system needs to be serviced. It could be anything. However, it would, in the long run, help you and assist you with the process of making sure your tenants are enjoying the stay as well. Remember one thing, the tenants who are living in a property by a rent, where the rental provider, I should say, has been maintaining and attending to maintenance faster, so long the maintenance, of course, is reasonable and they are not out of the ordinary every time, which I understand there's a caveat to that, of course. Those properties have long term tendencies of the renters to stay longer. It's a consistent amount of income stream without having disruptions. Remember one thing, when the property goes on the market again, or when a renter is leaving your property, it's not just the cost of renting your property again. It's the cost of time that you would be investing into the whole process, taking phone calls of your leasing managers or your property managers, giving you update applications, having to invest those times, having those nerve-wracking situations to choose a new renter, and trying to understand whether the new renter would be a suitable renter for you or not. So this is not that easy process for a lot of people. If you are one of those people who really takes their time and overanalyze an application, you might lose applications as well because renters are applying to multiple properties. That's going to be another challenge for you because you may be looking at making a decision potentially in the next couple of hours or days, or perhaps you might want to sit on it overnight. Next morning, they get approved somewhere else and they have gone. You then go back to the next cycle of an open home. Hopefully, the right applicants would apply on your property and then having to accept someone. Some of the times, some rental providers do end up accepting an application because they've missed out on few and they end up accepting a wrong application or not that ideal compared to what you were getting a week before. So it's always critical that it's not about the timing on your property in the market, it's about the renters who've been looking in the market as well. And same applies with someone who is buying a property. It's not about how long your property has been on the market. Sometimes the buyers have been in the market 4 to 6 months or 3 months or 2 months, and they've been missing out on properties and do understand what the fair value is. Sometimes you get a decent application day one or week one, and you might want to sit on it and you might be spending another 3 to 4 weeks. It's chicken or the egg. You can't really make that right judgment. It is a risky, or perhaps it is a confusion or a confusing state of mind for yourself. Completely understand that, but you got to take that call. Go with your gut feel sometimes. But again, at the same time, think as a business owner. When you are renting a property, you are an investor, you are a business owner, you are in a business. So from the cost and perhaps making those calculated risks are critical. So if you are a rental provider, sometimes have an open discussion with your property managers to ensure that they give you the right amount of information to get to that stage from for leased to leased. Guys, thank you so much. Any questions, please send them across. I would absolutely love to add value. And do not forget, we would be doing a webinar on the recent changes that are coming in to the industry for rental providers and to the rental properties. On November 25 is the time when the bills are getting into implementation. We would be doing a webinar in the end of October, and we would also be streaming it live to our clientele. You would receive links and link for joining the webinar live. You can ask questions during the live as well. And we will be having a great guest who has a very good knack and understanding on how real estate rentals work and what the legislative changes are coming in as well and how you can be best protected. And we will also be sending a recorded session as well. But best you join it live, have a first-hand experience, and get to see and get to ask questions. Take care, guys. Bye bye.